Hey everybody, what's up? This is Sweezy's World. Could be your world. Thanks for stopping by, man. I do appreciate it. Hope you all had a great day. Hope it's not raining where you're at. Hope that the weather's fine. You know, today, 80 degrees. Go figure. No wonder everybody's got sickness down here. Hey, look, I like to talk about a few things that interest me, and hopefully at some point they'll interest you. And that's kind of what I do. And I also like to add a little biblical references in here. And it's just a personal thing. It's not that I need to. Anybody asked me to. It's just something I feel like I should do. So, and today's no different. Okay. And today, it's when you draw near a city to fight against it. Okay. Offer terms of peace. Right. Which kind of leads us to believe that war is the last thing. You know, war is the very last straw. You know, that's the very last thing you want to do is go to war. And I think that's what that kind of means. Amen? Okay. That was Deuteronomy 20:10. All right. All right. I want to talk just a little bit about digital ID, right, with Apple Wallet. Apple is going all hog wild on this new digital ID, and they're putting it in your wallet, your Apple Wallet. And you're really not going to have a choice. Now, I think right at the moment, in certain areas, you can opt out from not using it, but it's going in there. And here at some point, in order to buy any Apple product, you'll have to use the Apple Wallet, which in turn uses the full digital ID, the whole 9 yards, right? And it probably unless you pay for cash, but at some point, they're not going to allow cash, and you're going to have to use their digital wallet. And that's just the way it's going to be. Either that or don't buy anything that has to do with Apple products. You know, just saying. So keep that in mind. All right. We're all going to see some type of digital ID in every state in the country. They're all going to have a little different. You know, each state's going to be a little different, which caters to their own state. And the whole globe, the world, you know, is doing kind of the same thing. Still got a long ways to go, but it's moving pretty quick. So, best thing to do is if you can opt out of using it. If you get to the point where you can't, you know, then you can't. But to remember that this is not the actual mark of the beast. Right now, there's no Antichrist sitting in the chair who rules over the planet. We don't have that. There's not a one world government. There's not a one world currency. You know, there's technically not a one world religion. Not yet. We won't see any of the stuff in the arm or the forehead until that happens. So keep that in mind. We are, like I said, we're going to get stuck with this digital ID. I'm going to do everything I can not to use it. There may come a point in time where I no longer use Apple products. You know, it is what it is. So, you know, if you use Apple Pay to pay other stuff, you know, it's still going to have it's going to have their digital ID. So if you use Apple Pay to buy anything, actually, technically, they're going to know what you bought, when you bought it, how you bought it, what you're doing, probably going to do with it. And they'll know everything about it, know which bank accounts it came out of. You're going to know the whole 9 yards. It's, you know, it's a little spooky. So just keep that in mind, all right? Right now, you can opt out of some of this stuff, but they're pushing it. So that push technology, everybody's going to have it, at least in the Apple products to start with. It is what it is. So just keep that in mind, all right? And that's just all I want to talk about. Everybody have a great day. You know, nothing but love for you guys. I truly mean it. And we have to do our best to kind of fight this digital ID stuff. But, you know, in the long run, you know, unless you have a lot of cash and whenever, as long as they're still accepting cash, you'll be good. One of these days they won't. So, all right, then. Hey, look, until next time, there's nothing but love for you guys. So we'll talk to you later. All right.